Alright, there we go. And welcome everyone then. There we go. To the first game of the series. Let's reveal the entire map and let's see what we get. Starting with MarineLorD. Yeah, up north over here. His TC location is going to be fairly close to 1 gold. He's right next to the wood line as well. This is going to be pretty standard stuff anyway. And yeah, that's for the most part. He's got the Obu right next to the TC, so very, very close stone deposit here. Meanwhile, it's going to be also the case for B, but it's even better because the Obu is so close to the TC, it's unlikely to be under any pressure anytime soon. He's got a TC right next to a wood line as well, so that's pretty good. And the goal situation is not quite as good though. The goal is up north for him, a little bit exposed. Meanwhile, over here for MarineLorD, it's over the right hand side. So yeah, it's kind of the same distance from the TC. The big problem, of course, is that, or the big problem at the very least for B, is that MarineLorD's goal is more on the back, kind of. If you draw a line between both TCs, you're going to notice that one goal is on the back and the other goal is far, right? So there's that. Anyway, not too much action just yet. Just gonna need to wait a little bit for anything interesting to happen, but that's just the way it is, of course. Let's check. Let's take a look at, yeah, the stealth force over here is a little bit closer to B space, to MarineLorD space rather. This could potentially be beneficial for, you know, B, if he wants to prepare a strike in the future. That's something that I haven't really seen pro players make use of very much, so I'm hoping it's gonna be used this game a little bit more. Overall though, besides that, I think the map generation seems alright. It doesn't seem too one-sided. The goal situation we already discussed. I guess we also have sacred sites a little bit closer to 3DB's side of the map. And the relics, well, we have one relic very, very close to B's TC. We have another one over the right hand side. And then for MarineLorD's got one on the back over here, and then he's got one down south over here. This both these are a little bit farther away compared to how close the relics are to B space. And then the 5th relic on the left hand side up north is going to be a little bit closer to MarineLorD. So even though the relics that are closer to MarineLorD are farther away compared to the relics that are close to 3DB, overall he's got more relics close to his TC. So yeah. Okay, so we should see players starting to go up to the village very, very shortly. We already have a good chunk of villagers on foot for ball players, so you're expecting it to be the case. We have some gold minus already for MarineLorD though, and he's going for a stable. It seems to me like B will go up faster by the looks of it. Yeah, he was in a bunch more. Yeah, he was in a bunch more food workers. Now he's finally made a switch to gold over here. But it seems to me like he should be going up to the fuel age faster. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Deerstone's coming up already. That's not the case for MarineLorD. But it's not going to be a huge difference. MarineLorD's already going up to the fuel age himself as well. And yeah, no stables over here though for the red player whatsoever. So that's pretty interesting. How many villagers do we have here? 3 villagers for MarineLorD trying to get the Deerstones up. Meanwhile, we have 4 villagers for B. So he's not only setting the building foundation earlier, but he's also gonna be finished building this earlier too. So good stuff. What do we see from the stable? Most likely it's going to be scouts. Yeah. Scouts, and of course we'll get to professional scouts very soon, and players are going to be going after deer. Most likely. Or at the very least, MarineLorD's going to be going for deer. B right now does not have a stable, so you cannot really go for it unless he, you know, produces from the TC maybe. Which is not quite as good. So yeah. This is really good though. Wait a moment, 1 villager going down already for B. This is huge for MarineLorD. And he was able to get this with a cannon and 1 scout. That was a little bit too late for B to react to this villager. You get a word. I think it's worth noting as well that B should be warmed up, because I think he played his series about 2 hours ago. Remember that we had a situation yesterday with the Mista versus B? Well, it seems like they were only able to finish it. Or actually, they finished it very late yesterday, and B had to play versus Recon today before the main event began. So yeah, he actually took on Recon, who was of course undefeated up until that point. And now he's going up against MarineLorD. And MarineLorD's getting a beautiful, beautiful start. Bunch of scouts already out. Scout the can over here as well. No, he doesn't have the can. Where's the can? Can's 4 probably, right? Yeah, the can's 4. He's got another scout over here. Plenty of scouts. Yeah, plenty of scouts. And that's another villager going down most likely. This is so huge. He's doing so much damage, but is he getting the villager? No, he won't be able to get it. Oh, he got it just in the last second as he was getting close to the TC. Unbelievable stuff. There is no gold for B to take from at all. He keeps on getting pushed away. Meanwhile, over here, MarineLorD's already going for an outpost next to the gold he's collecting from, so he should be able to protect the villagers too. And we'll see also a deer about to get delivered over to MarineLorD's TC. And so far, it's been an incredible start of the series for the blue player. B, on the other hand, he's struggled. He's struggled big time. He's going for a pasture right now. He's got the second pasture coming up. And of course, I mean, MarineLorD will be relying on deer meat for the next 5 minutes probably. Probably even more, right? He's taking all the deer over here, just waiting for... He's just waiting for professional scouts to finish. There we go, it's just finished researching, and now he's going to send all the scouts. Yeah, over to the TC. Damn, man, he's got 7 freaking scouts. 7 freaking scouts. All of these sending deer back. This is just ridiculous. This is so good. Of course, the deer patches are going to be comprised of 7 deer each, so pretty good for him. Good job. Yeah, with the can over here, he's trying to do some damage, but it's so rough. Early horseman coming in for B. Seems like he's just gonna try to get some damage done. The thing with the early horsemen though is they are significantly stronger compared to scouts. They're also pricier, of course. But we have a good amount of units over here already for MarineLorD. He's got almost enough resources to go up to the Castle Age. Less than 9 minutes into the game, and so far B's been unable to take a single village down, I believe. Let's go and take a look at KD over here. It's been 3-1 in favor of MarineLorD. 3-1 KD ratio. Yeah. And there we go. Castle should be on the way, and we're gonna see the step readout, of course, coming up right next to the TC, and then he can pack it back up and unpack it right next to the gold. It's been overall pretty good. Let's take a look at the villager count currently. It's 31 for MarineLorD, and yeah, B on the other hand is on 31 as well. That is fairly remarkable, given that, you know, 2 villages have gone down already for B. That probably indicates a little bit of idle TC time for MarineLorD, but given he's going up to the Castle Age significantly faster, it probably doesn't matter. He was probably just trying to save the resources to get the step readout up. Meanwhile, 3DB, yeah, on the other hand, if we take a look at resources right now, he doesn't have enough to go up to the Castle Age anymore, but he had before. Yet, yeah, he's not... Okay, there we go. He is going for the step readout. Significantly later compared to MarineLorD, and MarineLorD is already in the Castle Age. So what do we see over here for him? Does he have a blacksmith? He does have a blacksmith, but he's not going for any upgrades just yet. Instead, we see double Lancer production coming out from the stable right next to the Obu. And more villagers coming out. So pretty standard. gonna try to get full aggression going. And there we go. That's what I wanted to see. He's got Pierce Armor coming up. Right up. Yeah. And extra Lancers queued up as well. This is really, really good. We take a look at B, who's in the Castle Age right now, and he's got no military production whatsoever. Now he's got stable, you know, he's got the Lancers coming out. But MarineLorD has already gotten a few out. So he's gonna have a nice lead. We'll see. What else? Not much else coming out for B currently. Just the Scouts, or the Lancers rather. And I'm pretty sure the Lancers from MarineLorD will be coming forward very soon. Yeah, he's got these here. He's coming in. MarineLorD's going after more deer, of course, and he's gonna be taking so much meat. B has not been contesting the deer anywhere near as much as he should have. You can see all that he's got here are, yeah, sheep carcasses from the pastures. There we go. Yeah. It's got only sheep carcasses. Meanwhile, of course, MarineLorD's gonna be eating deer for days. It's got enough deer until the until the next tournament. Textile is completed right now for B, so at the very least the villagers will be a little bit harder to take down, but still, there is not enough garrison capacity inside this one outpost, so he's just trying to path around. But honestly, he should be losing a bunch of villagers very, very soon. He's got Veteran Can. He's got 2 Lancers over here. And we know for a fact that he had more Lancers out. He's bringing these forward, right? And if he can group these up, right? Like he's got 4 Lancers. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. He's got 4 Lancers over there, plus 2 over here. That's going to be 6, and he should be able to counter B's 4 only Lancers. Let's see. There we go. Engagement's coming up. And then he can go right after those villages, because once again, there's only 5 garrisoning capacity inside this outpost. 5 garrisoning space, rather. And he's going for it. He's going to take the engagement right now. Once again, we have 6 Lancers over here, plus a can. The can's going to inspire the Lancers, but he's going to lose a can right now. That was a little bit sloppy, not gonna lie. But he's got still a good amount of Lancers, and is he going to take the engagement or not? Not underneath the outpost. He's going around, trying to find a better spot to take the engagement. Well, he's taking a lot of damage right now, and that's not looking quite as good for him anymore. He should have more units coming up. Yeah, and he's got more Lancers around. And notice how he's stealing the deer as well from the nearby deer patches from B's base, around B's base. Yeah, and it's been really, really well, really good for MarineLorD so far. Now he's bringing 2 additional Lancers. He might be able to get the engagement finally over here. He's going for it. There we go. Good macro though for B. Good job. Yeah, and he's just gonna bail. He's trying to get the weak one, but he cannot do it. So now the can's probably gonna go down. Not quite, but that was still pretty decent for B overall. Just being able to keep MarineLorD the way was good, but then on the left-hand side there is a second wave of Lancers coming in. There is no answer against these. We have a few Lancers still left for B. These are so low HP. He doesn't really know where MarineLorD's coming from. Now he knows. There we go. And he'll try to defend himself, but we already have another wave of units on the right hand side, and that's 1 villager down, 2, 3, 4 villagers down so far. He's getting the scouts, he's getting the Lancers, he's going after the next vills. The vills will make it to the TC back on time. But this engagement is going in favor of MarineLorD 100%, guys, and B is not looking too good. We take a look at the score, and of course it's going to tell the same story. 1600 extra points for MarineLorD. Good job. Yeah. Well, it gets depleted for B right now, so he's gonna have to... Wait. Did he just finish Bill on this one? No. It got depleted, right? So he needs to... Yeah, he needs to relocate it elsewhere. Alright. Most likely that was also the case for MarineLorD, I think. because his stone is not going up for either player. So yeah, both players are gonna have to rebuild it. Pretty good position still though for MarineLorD. So far, he's been able to keep B pretty much locked back home, or stuck back home. Let's follow the units and see when the engagement eventually takes place. Once again, more villagers going down. There's not enough garrison space over here. That's been just so many losses. 4B so far in the villager count right now. Notice it was 31 a few minutes ago. Now it's gone down to 28. Meanwhile, MarineLorD on the other hand, not having to worry about a counter strike or anything, is on 52 villagers right now. Economy count, he's got almost twice the economy. Only short by 4, almost twice the economy compared to B. So yeah, these lances of course are going to completely wipe up the entirety of B's defensive army, and now he can even go for the TC. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to get it, given that he already got the Pierce armor upgrade, and that's just going to be GG right there, guys. So MarineLorD starting super strong. What was that, like a 20-minute game? That was remarkable performance for the blue player. We have a 16 minutes 35 seconds game in the end, and yeah, taking a look at the timeline over here, you can clearly see MarineLorD getting ahead from very early on, from scout production before the fuel H, going up a little bit later, but you know, from scout production and the fuel H all the way to extra villagers after he started sniping a few villagers from B here and there. He was able to significantly get ahead at the end of the game, and there we go. Much stronger military, of course, much stronger military stats over here with a better than 3-to-1 KD ratio. And for economy, on the other hand, well, much stronger economy stats as well, with more food, stone, and gold collected compared to B, and B collecting only about 200 extra wood. So well played. Let's go back. We don't, so let's jump into it. Welcome everyone then to game number 2 in the series. We have MarineLorD versus B. What does this mean? Well, not much per se, but I'm certainly hoping this is going to be significantly closer compared to game number 1, because that was dominating, man. So yeah, for game number 2 we have Gobi Desert, which I love. I love the mountains over here along the center. It also does create a small choke point over here, and if you take into account also this mountain area on the left hand side, then of course you can potentially just wall this up completely just by going for some walls from here to here, maybe here to here. I'm not completely sure if this is open or not, but you can see this is going to be fairly small, fairly straightforward kind of walling for them to go for. So yeah. Good stuff. Once again, I think overall this is potentially going to be closer. For Chinese, by the way, if you're not familiar with the bonuses, Chinese are going to get, first off, villagers who can build stuff 100% faster. Except, you know, defenses. Defenses do come up 50% faster only for Chinese. It's still pretty good though. And then besides that, we also get for them the dynasty systems. You can see each dynasty is going to have its own perk. So the Tang dynasty is the very first one, with scouts having extra line of sight. It's pretty good for getting some scouting information early on. And we'll see if that will play a role into potential deer snatching or not. Because MarineLorD last time around did a really good job at that. If he can start going for a few scouts as soon as he gets to the fuel H, or actually not even there, he can just start going for scouts as he goes up to the fuel H from the TC, and then he can go for professional scouts and try to get some, you know, enemy deer back home. Could potentially be very valuable. Let's see though if he already has some good scouting information or not. He doesn't just yet. He's only scouted his own side of the map. Meanwhile, B, on the other hand, is doing much better. He does have a second scout that he sent forward to get some more scouting information, which means MarineLorD's economy is going to be a wee bit better, right? As he's only on one scout for the time being. But of course, this could potentially be good. The value of getting more vision over here for red could potentially be better if both players go up to the fuel age and B is the only player who knows where the enemy deer are, right? So yeah, there's that possibility. Besides that, besides the dynasty system, we also have our Chinese chemistry available for free. As soon as you get to the Imperial Age, it's research for free. We're gonna have also for Chinese docks working faster. That's not gonna be relevant on Gobi Desert, of course, but yeah. It's just open, actually. I think this might just be closed, right? Oh, it is closed. So they do not need to go for... Yeah, they do not need to go for the walls around it. Alright. Hey, guys. Welcome, welcome. You go on, you report me on all the platforms you want, man. Ah, this is open. There we go. He was waiting for the scouts to come in. I think that's only 2 scouts now, right? Yeah. And MarineLorD... Oh, MarineLorD's gonna be trapped! And that is the price you pay for taking so much longer to go forward and get scouting information, right? So at most, what is he going to do with the scout? Well, probably nothing. Once he gets to the fuel age and gets professional scouts, well, he won't really be able to steal the enemy deer anyway. With only 1 scout over here and with the palisade already up for B. Fuel age is here already for MarineLorD. Meanwhile, B on the other hand is gonna take a little bit longer. You can see that he's going up right now. But he did go for the scout earlier on, and he's gonna be the one controlling the crossing over here for the time being. This is pretty good, because he's going up on a, you know, arguably stronger economy. Going up a little bit later means that he removes villagers from economy over to build a landmark a little bit later. Thus his economy is a little bit stronger. He's got only 1 villager producing or going for the Imperial Academy as well. So yeah. However, as MarineLorDs get into the fuel age faster, he might be able to get professional scouts out earlier. Yeah, he's going for it. And once he gets this, then he can already start collecting the deer. Meanwhile, it's going to take some time for B to get to the same stage. And of course, by the time he sends the scouts forward, probably the deer are going to be already underneath MarineLorD's TC, I imagine. I did not see any rules about yeah, deer heisting or diving, deer diving rather. So stealing the deer from underneath your enemy's CC. I have not seen any rules about that for this tournament. So yeah. There we go, professional scouts is here already for MarineLorD. Meanwhile, B on the other hand is right now in the fuel age. And he's not going for professional scouts at all. This is really interesting to see how the blue player actually, how the red player in this instance, has gotten to this stage, basically ignoring professional scouts. Because I don't think I have seen a game so far from B where he's gone for it. And to be fair though, this is the first series that I'm seeing from him, so only 1 game, right? He's not gone for it, so that's already never seen him. Well, regardless, another town center is coming up. He'll just go for economy. Meanwhile, MarineLorD on the other hand, he's in a single TC, the Imperial Academy. And I think we have Imperial Academy over here for B as well, right? Yeah, we have the Imperial Academy as well. Alright. There we go. Palisades coming in for MarineLorD. Doesn't have to worry about anything. B still has not gone for professional scouts, and it doesn't seem like he's interested in going for it whatsoever. I mean, take a look at that! He's just going for sheep. He's getting so many sheep. Well, to be fair though, you know, the scout that he sent earlier on the forward allowed him to get extra sheep from MarineLorD's side of the map. But yeah, it's not going to be as good as if he would have gotten the deer. Meanwhile, MarineLorD on the other hand has already brought all the deer over to the TC or to the mail over here. Good job. And then on the right hand side, he's got more deer coming out right now. With professional scouts, he should be able to bring those over to the TC. No problem. Still missing a gate over here. There we go. Now he's going for it. Let's see. Oops. Oh, Barbican of the Sun coming in right away for B. Well, this is pretty good. Remember, the buildings come up faster for Chinese? Well, there is no chance for MarineLorD to do anything over here anymore. Barbican of the Sun is a fantastic defensive structure. It's going to fire a long-range hand cannon, right? And adds arrow slits, while garrison as well. So this is pretty strong. And that means there is no crossing over to B side of the map for MarineLorD. And what is he going to do then? I'm not really sure. B is not going up to the castle age. He's just going to go over the Sun Dynasty. There we go. By getting the second feudal structure. Now the Sun Dynasty gives the villager production time a reduction of 35%. So it's pretty good. And that, of course, while this defends pretty well against incoming units, it's also going to be useful for taking defense down, so he can take the gate. And it's going to take some time, obviously, but eventually, you know, after 1500 shots, the palisades or the gate could go down. If he garrisons, I'm pretty sure it's going to be faster, but yeah, just going to do a little bit of passive damage over there, and eventually he'll be able to get through to MarineLorD's side of the map. Meanwhile, Bull Player on the other hand is getting a barracks up over here. Still no second TC though. This should be a pretty good position already for B in terms of villager counter. We're gonna take a look at it in one moment. Meanwhile, we'll see the second barracks coming in for MarineLorD, and he's got the blacksmith already up. So yeah, for B right now, he's got 41 villagers, and MarineLorD on the other hand is on 35 villagers. So we have 6 extra villagers already for B. And it's just going to keep on increasing by the minute, of course. We can see MarineLorD going out to the castle age instead. He's getting the astronomical clock tower. So this means we'll see siege coming out very soon, and MarineLorD's going to try to get the push going. That's pretty interesting to see, of course, and it's one of the things that you can go for against an enemy that's trying to turtle up. You can just go for military production. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, beautiful. I cannot remove this. Yeah, stream elements isn't. Oh my god. The chat tool for stream elements is so bad though. For YouTube. I'm actually gonna have to open the YouTube page to remove these spam messages. To remove the nasty girl. Yeah, 1 second, sorry about that. We can see the walls are going down already. We have scouts, okay. Okay, where's the chat? We should probably make it so that only subs can chat, I guess. Yeah, maybe. The gate's going down, so you should be able to come in one moment. Okay, there we go. So now chat's only for... yeah, for subs. And I'm going to remove this for the time being. Okay, I guess that's good enough. Spring Elt's coming out for MarineLorD. Good stuff. This He's got melee armor right now completed as well. He's going right after the Barbican. Yeah, this one can go down super fast. B, on the other hand, has gotten to the castle age himself, and he's got guard palaces coming out, or palace guards over here. Sorry. So, these are like men-at-arms for Chinese. These are super strong, heavy melee infantry. And we have some palace guards over here from MarineLorD as well. So, it's quite clear to me, Blue should be able to take the Barbican of the Sun down over here. There we go. MarineLorD, by the way, is sticking to, you know, only the Tang Dynasty over here. Still not gone for Barbican of the Sun himself. Good job. Springles might not be quite as strong as they used to be before the update, but they are still going to pack a punch. Now, the thing is, the numbers over here are looking pretty good for Bien. With the defensive structure over here as well, he can hold on even against the Palace Guard. So he's going right after the Springles, and he's going to take these down. Yes, he will. But the Barbican is still under pressure from the Rams. If he cannot take the round down, eventually is going to end up losing the landmark over here. He's going for it, but it's going to take some time. He's got only 3 Palace Guards, and now MarineLorD is actually bailing. I think he probably would have been able to get the landmark down already, but he's doing because he's under pressure over here, and B's got a significant amount of Palace Guards coming right into MarineLorD economy. So he needs to defend. He needs the numbers right now. Yeah. Good job. For the most part, he's doing well. Well played. Well played. Report that bot too? Yes, please do so. I was unable to do it myself. There we go. Palisade's not coming up, and Barbican's still on fire, but he's trying to repair it. Yeah, it's got 3 villages over here. Well, here it comes again. The Ram, we have more Springles over here once again. MarineLorD's got a good amount of Palace Guards. At this point in time, the economy should be significantly stronger for B. Let's go and take a look at income and resources per minute. Yeah, of course, B's got over twice the full income per minute compared to MarineLorD. Nice stuff. There we go. Springles once again going down. We see the nest of bees over here for MarineLorD. This is pretty good, of course. Not as strong as it used to be before, again, but it's still going to be pretty good. But we have a good amount of numbers over here for B, and he's obviously going to be able to keep on reinforcing his army significantly stronger compared to MarineLorD. Like right now, we have 47 villages for MarineLorD. Meanwhile, B is in 77 villages, so yeah, not a problem. This was actually overall a pretty good performance from B. He should be able to keep on spamming the units, and you can see more Palace Guards coming up over here for by the minute. He should be able to clean this up as well. We take a look at the upgrades, and it's looking better though for MarineLorD right now. We are missing attack upgrades, but it does not matter. The numbers are more than enough, and B takes game number 2 to equalize the series. Now we have a 1-1 score then. Game number 3 is gonna come up in just one moment. So we'll see who moves on to the grand finals between both these players. There we go. Total unit count significantly higher over here for B at the end of the game. After getting the second TC up, we can see that the villager count, let's go to the timeline. After the second TC, we can see the villager count went up significantly faster. And over here was behind a little bit in villager count because of the scout that he went for earlier. But that also allowed him to steal some of the sheep around the MarineLorD side of the map. Of course, that did not make much of a difference. MarineLorD took a lot of deer for sure, but well, I guess this goes to show it's not necessarily going to be a professional scout method that you have to go for every time. And that was pretty good, yeah. Let's go back. Let's check. Nope. let's just go for it. Welcome everyone then to game number 3 in the series, MarineLorD versus B. Just going to fast forward until we completely catch up to live. And there we go. We are live. That was not very long. For game number 3 then, we have Boulder Bay. Thankfully, map generation this time around seems to be significantly better compared to what we had yesterday. And yeah. 2 relics on the right hand side. We have 1 relic up north, 1 relic down south, and there is another relic on the left hand side on the corner island. And there is certainly a more even distribution of deep fish this time around compared to before. But yeah. Interesting though that for this one, well, the Holy Roman Empire should be pretty strong on water, but so will the English. So why? Well, English are gonna get a bunch of bonuses, but the one that comes to mind over here is the 1 extra range that military ships get. So Navy units are going to have 1 extra range. Meanwhile, up north, for 3DB on the other hand, playing with the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire do not really have a bonus from the get-go for docks. Instead, what they have is... instead what they have is 5 extra, 5% faster attacking Navy units per each relic garrison inside the dock. So that's the thing about Holy Roman Empires. They're going to be relying on relics quite extensively. They will get, first off, access to the prelate, which makes the, you know... Yeah, let's see. He already has a prelate. Yeah, he's got 1 over here. So he's got access to the prelate, which is going to inspire your villagers to work faster. So that's going to make your economy a little bit smoother, you know, and especially if you're going to be relying on water over here, you can just inspire your lumberjacks, you can inspire your gold miners later, and you can get a smoother transition to water. So they're going to have the prelates. They're going to have also a bunch of relic mechanics. You can garrison relics inside keeps, outposts, towers, right, to make them fire faster, have extra attack, as well as giving them extra vision and extra range too, so it's all pretty good. But then on top of that, we also have the mechanic that I was discussing earlier on the docks. So if you garrison relics inside docks, if you get access to relics and you garrison inside docks, that's going to give your Navy units extra attack speed, and that's pretty good already. Besides that, they also get cheaper emplacement upgrades for their defenses. So they should be able to defend their economy pretty well, and with the prelate and inspired villagers, their economy is going to be pretty good. Meanwhile, the English, of course, on the other hand, they're going to have cheaper farms. The villagers are going to be collecting food faster from farms if they are close to the meal. Increasingly so, depending on the age. Yeah, but that's about it. So yeah, there we go. So did you end up changing your name? Was that you, Gauze, on both those channels, or was it somebody else? Barrett should be able to change his name as well. See, good stuff. Yeah, he's been able to hold on just fine. Was somebody else? Alright. Oh, but wait a moment though. He's coming forward with sneaky villagers. He's got the transport ship, and he's got barracks coming up over here. Triple barracks even. Remember that English get the Vanguard men-at-arms, right? So these are very early units, but very strong as well. Meanwhile, the chapel's coming up over here. This chapel is going to inspire villagers within the range of it when you garrison the prelate. This is going to be the first time that I ever actually see anybody make use of Vanguard Minotaurs, and I am not really sure how much I like this from B. I guess it's understandable, because with prelates, you know, access to prelate in the Dark Age already makes it so that you can garrison the relics inside your docks, and that's already going to make your ships faster attacking. But with extra range, you might be able to get some good traits earlier on, before the relics get garrisoned, and potentially get water control like that. But yeah, regardless. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. And B's trying to get the walls up over here. Oh, and he's getting away with it, by the way. Yeah, MarineLorD has realized about this, but he can stop it. Yeah, good job. The walls are coming up from B. Some of these should be coming up, right? But not the entire thing. I think he's going to end up losing the villager, most likely. Yeah. So, anyway. This is what I'm mostly interested in, the Vanguard Minotaurs. Now that MarineLorD's got the chapel already up and he's in the village, he can start going for archers, and he's got archer ranges coming up. The thing with Minotaurs, though, is that they are heavy melee units, right? Heavy melee infantry, so archers alone on paper should not cut it. He's going to need crosses, but of course he does not get access to those until he gets to the castle age. So these could still be pretty strong for B for sure. He's gotten one dock down, now he's going for the next dock over here. That means MarineLorD cannot keep on going for more navy units, although he's the only one going for it at all, right? He's got galleys over here, meanwhile B on the other hand is not going for any navy units. Instead, just gonna be focusing on land aggression over here with the Minotaurs. There we go. Good job. Yeah. He's just doing so much damage over here. For sure, he might end up losing a few Minotaurs, but notice how much idle time MarineLorD's getting over here. Like, he's got 16 villagers garrisoned inside the TC. This could be really strong, guys. The Vanguard Minotaurs are still here, but they are taking so much damage. They are going down, though. As V finally gets to the village, he might be able to upgrade these two early Minotaurs, which are going to be a little bit stronger. Now, remember as well that, you know, Holy Roman Empire, they do get early Minotaurs already in the village himself, or themselves, right? So yeah, on paper, both players are going to have parity when it comes to Minotaurs access. Yeah. The interesting thing is that MarineLorD has not gone for barracks at all. He's just gonna rely on the archer range. So far, though, after having lost the Minotaurs, and having lost all the fishing ships over here, B, I think he should be significantly behind in eco units. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, he's on 29. Meanwhile, MarineLorD was able to hold on just fine, and he's on 42, so he's got 13 extra eco units already. Few of these are going to be fishing boats, but then also he's gonna have a few extra actual villagers. Alright, so that's pretty good already. So houses coming up as well. Market's on the way for him as well. So that's pretty nice. Meanwhile, is he gonna start trading already? Is he gonna start thinking about trading, or is this going to be for eco balancing? It's going to be for eco balancing, yeah. So he can go up to the castle age. He had way too much gold. So there we go. What's coming up next? Well, we see the Regnitz Cathedral coming up for MarineLorD. And B on the other hand, Well, I mean, he's got the council hall, but has he even been going for archers? I don't see archers out whatsoever. Yeah, it's just going for food. And I think the Holy Roman Empire over here is gonna start looking a lot stronger. There's the stables coming up as well, and well, as soon as he gets to the castle age, we'll see some knights come out. And then B should be under pressure. It's going to be under pressure very soon, most likely. Alright. Interesting, MarineLorD's gonna start thinking of collecting relics already. And remember, he can garrison these in a variety of places. Inside keeps, outposts, and towers, he'll generate extra gold on top of giving them extra range, extra attack, and a variety of extra boosts. If he garrisons these inside docks, that's going to give, of course, the navy faster attack speed. But given that B is not on water anymore, going for that would be unnecessary. Instead, what I think he's gonna do is he's most likely just going to garrison those in the cathedral so that he generates extra gold. Yeah, over here, can garrison up to 3 relics. So he's going for them already. Okay. He's gotta be careful though. Prelate has already lost over half HP already. What do we have over here? Okay, early Minotaurs right now for B. Alright, he upgraded then the Vanguard Minotaurs to early Minotaurs. I thought he was not gonna try to do anything with the barracks anymore, but I guess it does make sense. If he was going to fall behind in economy that badly. Oh, he tried to get a conversion going, but he couldn't do it. He did end up though pushing the scout away, which is what matters now. He can bring the relic back home. So yeah, I was saying, I guess it makes sense, right? But because his economy is so much smaller compared to MarineLorD, he's still pretty much stuck in the fuel age for the time being, and he's gonna try to go up to the castle age. Nope, he doesn't have the resources. He's just gonna be relying on early Minotaurs. Meanwhile, MarineLorD though, with a counter-strike, archers coming forward already! I thought, given that he was going for stables, we were going to see just knights come forward. But he's got archers! Okay, knight production whatsoever for MarineLorD. He's got crossbows coming out and knights. So the knights should be able to hold on against Minotaurs just fine. Meanwhile, over here we see a conversion coming up. But the prelate's going down. Is it? No, it's not going down, but it's going to get a conversion. He did not get the conversion. And the relic's going to get dropped over here. We need another prelate. And I'm pretty sure he should have one. He's not bringing it over. Honestly, the knights over here should suffice against everything. Like, even against spearmen, I think he's gonna be fine, given these are just fuel age spearmen. These are knights already, right? So yeah, the spearmen, as good as they are against cavalry, are not gonna be able to do much of anything. Against knights already, he needs veteran spearmen at the very least. So yeah, where is Prelate? He's got another one over here. I would like for him to go pick up the relic and try to get another conversion coming up over here, but I guess it doesn't matter. The archers are going down to the TC anyway, and then all of a sudden there is nothing left over here for B to work with. MarineLorD is right now on 85 population, 59 of which are eco units. Meanwhile, we have 42 population over here, out of which only 30 are eco units for B on the other hand, right? The archers keep on roaming around from MarineLorD as well. He's going to push the villagers away from B, from the wool line over here, and he's overall in a pretty good spot. So yeah, we have these archers gonna keep on roaming around, get more villagers down most likely. After he's gotten all the gold miners, B's economy has, you know, fallen even further. Meanwhile, over here we see, what do we see? Why is he not paying attention to the archers anymore? He was probably managing his economy. Yeah, the knights are coming forward right now as well, and That's going to take care of archers from B, and then the remaining archers over here from MarineLorD should do some good damage, but he was not paying attention to the units and he ends up losing a bunch. Meanwhile over here, more archers coming in from B. Spearman as well. Yeah, man, I don't think he'll be able to do much of anything, to be honest. Right? He's got 3 barracks over there and only 1 archer range. Meanwhile, MarineLorD alone right now, he's got 5 stables. He produces knights from those 5 stables, and he can just take all of this down with knights alone. That's how good his current position is. But he's just been trying to split himself up a little bit and send units forward, try to get some raiding damage. Honestly though, he's so far ahead right now that he doesn't need to do so. It seems to me like he was not aware exactly how far ahead he was, of course. Given the B still wasn't a single TC, now MarineLorD should know how precarious B's actual position is. So yeah, I think if he just tries to focus on military production over here, he can win this game already. But he can also save the resources to go out to the Imperial Age as well, given he's got a much stronger economy right now. Taking a look at the income per minute, it would take probably about 2 minutes for him to get enough resources to go up to the Imperial Age already. But yeah, I mean, B is still in the Fuel Age. It's not even necessary for MarineLorD. He can just go for full push. Okay, there we go. He's going up to the Imperial Age. What is he going to build? He's going for the Palace of Swabia. This one is going to be like a TC, but villagers produce significantly faster for much cheaper as well. So yeah. And this landmark is going to be a little bit cheaper, which is why he was able to go up on only 2,000 food as opposed to 2,400, right? But yeah. He's already in a winning position, getting to the Imperial Age. If he does not pound the GG from B, well, it's going to be only a matter of minutes until he eventually, you know, takes the game by force, by going maybe for elite knights. Ah, there we go. Imperial Age is here. Is B going to call the GG yet? Oh man, the score is so one-sided right now. What is B really going to do, guys? Against Imperial Age units from MarineLorD with a fraction of the economy right now. Taking a look at the villager count once again, 78 for MarineLorD. B, on the other hand, is on 35. We have over twice the economy for MarineLorD, and he's 2 ages ahead. Have you ever seen a more one-sided series in a tournament match? Well, this is so good for MarineLorD. He's bringing the crossbows forward. He's got veteran archers already, so all he's gotta do is go for elite. And he's going actually for elite knights right now. There we go. Good job. Yeah, he's going out, but it's gonna be tricky. He's got to insulate the helm right now. Elite is completed as well, so he's got melee upgrades, melee armor upgrades, and he's got the elite knight. Honestly, what do hardened spearmen do against this? Not much of anything. They're getting completely flattened over here. They are melting away at the soul side of the elite knights, and that's gonna be GG, of course. I mean, the match's been over for quite a while. It was just a matter of be realizing about it or giving up, rather. Wow, that was really, really dominating from MarineLorD. Very, very, you know, kind of similar to game number 1, reminiscent of game 1. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Much stronger unit count over here. For villager count, it just skyrocketed at the end of the game as well. After he got, you know, the cheaper, faster producing villagers, he skyrocketed absolutely. So good job Better than 5 to 1 or close to 5 to 1. Actually, not quite as good, but close to 5 to 1 KD ratio for MarineLorD. Let's go back.